So I think I need to make a confession. I'm gonna have to call Bryce and admit to him that I know it's supposed to be bros before, well, but I think I've fallen in love. I've fallen in love with an iPad app. What's up, y'all? This is Marshall Lee, also known as Plex, and you're here on the Beat Brothers YouTube channel where we're into hope, peace, and dope beats, and we're all about trying to be creative in a way that helps inspire your creativity. So let's get to it! Yes, I admit, I fell in love with an iPad app. I love making beats on my iPad, and there's a lot of cool apps, but there's one app to rule them all, and it's called Koala. The Koala Sampler by Elf Audio, created by Merrick Bariza. And man, this thing is like so dope. Like, if you've ever used a MPC or an SP1200 or an SP303 or an SP404 or any awesome drum machine that samples and does things like that, you might want to try the Koala Sampler. Because I think you'll dig it. That being said, I'm not going to waste your time. I was sent this awesome sample from my buddy Will, also known as I Will Create, on Instagram and on YouTube. Check it out. There'll be links in the description. He just created this Discord and he put the sample in the Discord, so you can go over there and flip the same sample too. See if you could do better than me. Very possible. But we're gonna get into it. Let's see what kind of awesome raw 90s boom bap type of thing we can make in the Koala Sampler app. Let's do it. Alright, so first we're gonna jump into the Audio Share app and listen to some of the sample. Here we go. Alright, let's load up the sample into Koala and chop it up. Alright, so I'm not gonna, show you the arduous process of chopping up samples. If you've worked on beats, you know how this works. But it's really simple and very easy in Koala app, very versatile. It's easy to navigate through. Like, once you give it a shot, you'll really just catch on to it super quickly. You can zoom in, zoom out. You can set the choke section so that the samples will stop playing when one of them is hit, and do kind of typical stuff that you would expect to do in most samplers. As you can see, there is pitch and panning and volume, attack, release, tone, all kinds of things. You can loop, you can reverse. There's a lot of different things. You can go into the tools and chop it up, crop it, and normalize each sample. And there's actually a lot of sound design you can do in here too, right within the app. Alright, so we got our chops. Now let's play with the samples and see if we can come up with something interesting to create a song out of. So as I was playing with the samples, I ended up not really using a whole bunch of them. I actually had just listened to 36 Chambers' classic album, and I was just feeling that vibe. I'm like, and some of these samples just really lended itself to that kind of feel. So I'm like, all right, let's go full on Wu-Tang. But of course, since I am the sample mangler, the beat sci-fi-entist, if you will, I couldn't just leave the samples alone. So what I like to do, actually, speaking about sound design, is I will play the sample and do a lot of resampling. That's what this app is so awesome that I love about this app, is the ease of being able to resample stuff. So what I do is I go in and resample while using some of the performer effects, and then I take that resampled part and turn that into a loop a lot of times. Alright, so now we have the sample mangled and looped, and it's time to put some drums to it. Alright, so, if it's boom bap, then it needs to be hard hitting drums. And what I tend to use for drums these days, especially if I'm, sequencing them out and not using, some kind of break beat, which I love using that as well. What I usually do is I actually use Henny's drums from, if you've ever seen Henny the Business on YouTube, he's got great videos. You should check him out. He's awesome. I use he's got a sample pack, and I bought that. I just use those a lot. I've bought other sample packs in the past. It's just the one I happen to have now, and it's great drums, and I can mold them however I need to. So I just kind of went with this. If you've ever if you're a fan of Wu-Tang, and you've studied RZA's beats, you'll know that he kind of, at least in 36 Chambers, he uses this like really kind of simple drums where it's like doom doom ch, doom doom ch, doom. It's like that, but there's a little more to it. But there's that a lot in a lot of the beats. There's that doom doom ch, and then also he'll add some layers and stuff onto the snare, which I think that was the first time I ever really knew about that and saw that or heard that. And ever since I've played around with that. Since then, a lot of people I've heard do it, but it's a really cool effect that you can get. So I did that. I layered like a clap on top of the snare when I kind of put it all together. So in that part, I put the clap on every other snare, and it's pretty cool. But I think when I actually put the song fully together, I'm gonna shift the clap a little bit so it has that kind of more of a layered effect. So I ended up adding a bunch more parts and things like that. And then I took that and I bounced that out into Cubase's 3, and that's where I'm going to finish the track. Alright, so I'm going to go and arrange the beat, and you can hear it at the end of this video. You can also download the beat at Beat Sketches Volume 2 on Bandcamp for free if you want to check it out, and all the other beats I've been working on. And I hope you dig what this Koala app can do. There's, that you can really do so much in this app, and I'd love to hear what you're doing. Are you working in this app? And if there's anything else you'd like me to show you, let me know, and I'll be happy to show it. But for now, check out the beat. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and share this if you liked it. Check you on the next episode. Peace out.